truth is, on customer service, we've all had our experiences with it, either as a business owner or as a customer. And I prefer when I do the workshops to actually talk more about customer service and actually read about it. Because I've read so many different things on it. To tell you the truth, you have to experience it. Your business will experience it. You've been a customer, so you're going to know how that works. And even from a business standpoint, we've even touched upon on occasion. Okay, so really it's looking at what the customers want in your business. What do they want? Okay. And basically that's true. A friendly environment, a nice attitude. They want personal attention when possible. Okay, all the surveys, you notice now, most of your big box stores, Home Depot, KFC, Golden Corral, all have customer service response cards with that $1,000. Walgreens, right. You can be eligible for $1,000. That's to get you to do that survey form. Okay? It's not really about the $1,000, it's the responses. They want to know how they're doing. Okay? You've noticed the same thing in the post office. If we haven't waited on you in 5 minutes, okay, please let us know. Those are all customer service. Customer service is becoming more a customer relationship. It's management, getting to know who uses your services, how you treat them, and what they want. Now, a lot of times, people won't tell you if you're not doing a good job. They just will stop coming. Okay, and they'll tell their friends not to go to you. All right, so what do they want? They want attention. We all want attention when we're spending our money. Okay, it's your money, you expect services, right? If the food isn't good, they're gonna let you know about it. But if you have an attitude about it, they're just gonna tell everybody else and then they won't go back. Basically, that's what it is. When people are dissatisfied, they make noise.
May I interrupt at this point? I've worked in restaurants, servers or whatever, and I find it, it's humiliating. I quit a couple of them because I knew what they did. If you don't like your food, honest to Pete, they have taken, I've seen them take people's sausage and rub it on the floor and then put it back on the plate. Or they spit in your food.
Right, yeah, we've heard about that.
And that is a horrible thing I witnessed. And I thought, you know what, if you're doing that to somebody you don't know, what do you do to me who you do know? So, be careful. Don't complain about your food because you don't know how it will come back.
Well, that's the part of the problem. That's why people just stop going.
Yes, right.
Okay, and then businesses all of a sudden wonder, well, what happened to my customers? Because you haven't been giving them what they want. Yes.
I go Friday to, I don't know if everybody see it in the commercial, in the TV, is a treatment to go in the compressions machines to problem with the back pain.
Oh, okay.
The name is like a Sinan. It's in Miami, in the downtown. You have to be previous a month to waiting on the list to go in there. It's covered by every insurance. When I come in there, they charge me $10,500 for the treatment, and they didn't know they don't even have the machine for I need it for my back. And when I asked him what is the compression machine, they told me when you pay the $1,500 previous to come into chiropractic, simple chiropractic, we are recommended to go in another place to get the machine.
See that,
and the lining is like this, and the stupid people stay in there for months because that person commercial, the result for that business is 100% guaranteed.
But yeah, and that's another thing about customer service with the guarantees. They give you guarantees to attract customers, but then if they don't honor the guarantee, or they have a caveat or another way of doing it, okay, that is also a customer service issue. I'm glad you brought that up, because that happens a lot with stores with the bait and switch that people always complain about. Okay, that's really customer service, isn't it? You tell them one price, oh, we don't have it. And stores are great for that. Oh, we're not giving out rain checks on that. Well, that's not what you said in the paper. Okay, it's all about communication, really, what customers want. Do they want a quick response, instant information, friendly dialogue? They want all of it. Okay, and if you forget one part of it, they're going to let you know about it.
No, they make you sign it.
Yeah, but they'll still let you know a certain thing. The customer is going to let you know one way or the other, either by going someplace else, telling somebody about it, writing the Better Business Bureau, all of the above. Blogging, okay. They will blog about it too now.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
you know that in our business,
Yeah.
we have used customer service, and it's been such a powerful weapon for us, because starting a small business, we didn't have the money for marketing.
Okay.
So what we did was that we gave, even though our products are the best, we gave exceptional customer service. We paid attention to customer service. And then what we asked them, when they leave, we ask, how did you like our service? You know, whatever. And then we ask them, go on Yelp, do a review, a blog, or whatnot.
Okay.
It worked so well, because right now, if you go on Yelp, they called us, we have the most reviews in a small business, and we're just a year and a half.
Right, okay.
And that's all we get, and people would say, I came in because I read the review on Yelp, because it's one of the biggest social business networks, and it has worked so well for us. We get people from Australia, we get people from all over the world come to our bakery.
You told me you baked.
So at this point, we have not had to use marketing.
Okay.
Even at some point we are, because we are growing so fast now. You know, that's the reason for the loan.
Right.
And so customer service.
But you see how that's how you do the customer service. You pay attention to their needs, you communicate with them,
Engage them.
and you engage them. Basically, that's what customer service is, engaging them. Okay? You know, there are a lot of different stories of how to do it, you know, how to keep that motivation going. Now, as a business owner, it's easier for you to think that way because you know how it affects your business. But when you have employees, what do you do with them? Okay? Hopefully, as you grow your business, and you're not the only one, when you have employees, you have to get them to do the same kind of thing. How do you get them to buy into your customer service? That is always a challenge. If you're the only one in the store, there's a time you're going to burn out. You can't be the only one all the time, right? Even Debbie has employees in the store. They're not, you know, the only one. I think your daughter or Rosanna's daughter's there. Somebody's there. Okay? You've got to have, right. Whether, if you're online and you're running it all yourself, you still have to give the same kind of service. Okay? Even with what you're doing with the pageants, well, you know that. That's automatic. You've got to have that. You've got to have that service and engagement. You're going to have to do it. Okay? Every business has to do it, and they've got to take it from the head, whoever's in charge, and bring it all the way down to the employees. Because the employees have to buy into it just as much as the owner when it comes to the service. Why? They're dealing with the clients. A lot of places, this is where the service goes bad. Why do you think they give out that survey card? Okay, and some of them make you sign your name to it. And Golden Corral, for example, will get the card and the service name is on it. And she puts it on our table every single week. Now, I haven't used it, no, to write about it, you know. I'm not always going to do it. I will do it if the service is exceptionally good or exceptionally bad. Okay? Right. I will. All right? And the way the services work, the same thing with your business. Even if you do a survey form and you give them choices, and you do 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, however you want to do it, there's a certain amount that you're going to believe, a certain amount that you're not going to believe because of the way people fill out the forms. So you can't rely on that as your only tool. to gauge your customer service. Right, that's a survey, that's still not really interactive, that's getting information. Some people are prone to just checking all no's or all yeses or straight down the middle. Just check. A lot of people do that, okay, because they really don't want to be bothered filling out the form because there's too many questions, okay, and that's a problem. That doesn't stop the fact that you have to engage your customers. So even if you have a survey, you really need to be talking to them. Okay, from a business standpoint, if you're not engaging them one-to-one or in a group or letting them know your face or who's the face of the business, and you can't leave it just to your employees, because your employees are just that, they're employees. We all have incidents where people upset us. When I worked in visitor services at the museum, I did something that normally I wouldn't do, but it was one of those days. Okay, I mean, I've seen it too, where people walk in mad, and then I'm always better when they walk in mad because it's easier to calm them down. But when I'm upset, and they're asking questions that I kind of think are ridiculous, okay, we have those days too. They're still the customer, and I admit it was my fault. I could have handled it in another way. I picked up the phone because it was one of those days where nobody was around to pick it up. They were all busy, and typical, what are your hours for the theater? And I said 10:30 to 4:30 daily, or something, or when are you open? I said I'm open daily. Well, what is daily? 7 days a week is daily. All right, you don't have to be flippant. I didn't feel like going through the whole spiel with 10:30 to 4:30 every hour on the half hour, and then Friday to Saturday, an extra show at this time and that time, because it's all on the voice message. Okay? Phones were busy. I was busy. I don't have time to explain daily to you. You should know what daily means. Okay? That's not the way to do it. Okay? All right? Did I upset the customer? Probably. Okay, and I've seen them the other time when the customer comes in mad, and then you have to try to figure out how to handle that too. Again, we're human, just as the customer is. But the customer is the person that we want to try to get at. Right? And the business without the customer. You can't have a business without the customer.